It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see a pair of teams who shared the city of Dallas in the early 60s. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Glad you could join us, everyone. Alongside Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And this contest isn't quite the level matchup that typical good games are born from, partner. One side clearly favored over the other.
Yeah, well, you know where this comes from? A trap game. That's where this comes from. Yeah. In any sport, from the NFL to basketball to soccer, playing at home, we know this can be the great equalizer that gives the steepest underdogs a fighting chance, and you can feel it in the building today.
I was going to say, you can already hear this home crowd rallying in support of that upset. Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
The running back gets it on the draw. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 39. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've got first down from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's contained at the line for no gain. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Prescott here from the gun. Ferguson there to bring it in. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Dak now from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Gay's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught for the first. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Reed now to kick this one away. Turpin with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to...
Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. From the gun is Prescott. Catch made by Cooks. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Leo Chanel makes the play. And he makes the Huffco. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11.
Cowboys 3.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Turpin with a return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Prescott after that pick. This is complete, Jalen Tolbert. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. We will not get another play in here. That's gonna do it for quarter number 1. It's a 2-score game early. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. It's caught, Ferguson. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice readying for a new series on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Rice, the motion man right. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, brought down by Deron Bland.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 41. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Chiefs with a chance to boost their lead. First down throw, Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing again, Mahomes. Finds his man Gray. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Gets it to him on the screen. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
This one finds Kelsey. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Again, Mahomes to throw. Pacheco hauls it in. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Back to the air, Mahomes. That's caught beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Trayvon Diggs has got it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our 1st half. So we've arrived at halftime. The Chiefs with a lead so far on the road. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the 2nd half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Hewitt.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. They've got first down from the 31. Here's a give up the middle. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back-to-back carries here. He loses the football. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Throw complete to Lamb. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down from the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Dallas touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. He's throwing for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. So 2nd down coming up.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Another throw for Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Deron Bland has it. 40. At the 20. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six a multiple highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. And after that last-second score in the third, we'll resume play with a kickoff.
Brendan Aubrey to
A
kick
quick
off.
chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
First and 10 now from the 30. They send the tight end in motion. He completes it in traffic. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field. They were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They've got a man in motion. 3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. On target to Worthy. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They go play action. It's Mahomes. That's completed right side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
First down throw, Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best, like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs jump in front late. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Cowboys 18,
Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts from the 16. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They've 31. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here he is to throw. It's caught, Ferguson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ferguson's got it, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. It's taken in by Lamb. And that will not be enough for a first down. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. Now hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Turpin with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. First throw of overtime now. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and just 2 to go. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Typically, the only way you're going to stop a fullback on a short yardage situation is to stop him before he could ever get started.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And this needs to be a good one. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And the fair catch made here at the 15. No return on that punt. And the Chiefs will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand, now the other side gets a chance to go win it.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing is Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. Space past the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Pressure coming for Mahomes. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds his man, Rice. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Mahomes now. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Looking to throw Mahomes. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And that'll leave him with just one remaining in overtime. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll have none remaining in OT. Let's see what they went with on third down. Looking to throw it. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? If we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. And the kick team comes on. A chance to win it here in overtime. This one from an even 40 yards out. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they only needed a field goal to end it, as their guy connected on an absolute bomb through all the pressure to claim a heck of a win here in overtime. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Dallas.